Hello. So, I have a story. It involves anxiety and a lot of detergent. So, I've mentioned before how I have social anxiety. In high school, it used to be so bad that I could not eat in public without weeping. More recently, I can eat in public, but I have an internal freak out every single time I have to walk through a crowd to get my food. Even after 3 years at my university, I still freak out whenever I have to walk through the dining hall. It's just an odyssey to walk through there because there's so many people, but I want to get my food. And so I always just walk really fast whenever I'm in the dining hall because inside I'm freaking out. Like, oh god, Bethany has carrots. Oh my god, now she's eating the carrots. Look at how she chews them. Like she owns this damn place. But what I have also realized after 3 years is that if you look angry all the time, no one wants to talk to you. So now whenever I'm in a crowded place, I think, okay, all I gotta do to avoid social interaction is look mad. Don't talk to me. I'll just embarrass myself. And by golly, it works. I'm completely alone most of the time. And the social anxiety thing isn't just in crowds. Like, I'm genuinely terrified one-on-one to ask somebody for help. Even if it's something small, I'm afraid if I ask for help, then they're gonna yell at me, and they're gonna call me incompetent, and then I can just do it my dang self, so stop bothering Mom while she's on the computer, Beth, and bring me some coffee once you're done doing what you're doing. And make sure it's hot. But not, like, too hot. Make it, like, 3 degrees above room temperature. And present it to me with a doily. On one knee. Chip chop chip. So yeah, I pretty much never ask people for help. Even with important things, like hygiene. Specifically hygienic clothes. Specifically laundry. For 2 months. For 2 months last semester, I didn't have any laundry money. Because I didn't have any left over from my summer job. I had yet to procure some other act of servitude that would provide me with coinage in exchange for my labor. I spent more than I saved, and I was in between jobs, and so I just had dirty clothes. At first I just didn't wash my clothes for really long periods of time. But like, with cheer practice, with the jumping, and the tumbling, and the sweating, I realized I had to resolve this issue. But I was still too afraid to ask for money to do my laundry. And I thought, I'm an independent woman. I can fix this myself. I'll do it by hand. Let me Google this. So with the aid of Google and WikiHow, I developed a plan on how to fix my laundry debacle. Okay, so I got this plan. I go down to the park where there is a creek. Just stay with me on this. And I am looking for the perfect scrubbing rock. I know there is a certain kind of rock that I am looking for. And I know because when I mentioned my laundry idea to my next door neighbor in my dorm, she explained to me that there is a certain kind of rock that you need when you're washing your laundry by hand. It has to be the right size for your hand so you have the proper grip. Make sure you get one with like the least amount of moss. And just make sure it's like really nice and smooth so you don't just tear up your clothes. And she said she knew all this because, and I'm not making this up, she came from a line of gypsies, and because she had nomad blood, she wanted to know how to do laundry by hand in case she had to do it someday. Okay. I mean, I'm doing laundry because I'm gonna pee myself if I have to ask someone for $3 to do it, so okay. So I'm at the park. I'm looking for this very specific rock. It's gotta be here. It's gotta be perfect. And when I get it, I'm gonna take it home. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna love it. I will name him George, and George will be my scrubbing rock. And then I see it. I see George. George is the perfect rock. I see it. I snatch it. And I do my laundry in my room. I didn't actually wash my laundry in the creek. I'm not a savage or a gypsy. I took the rock from the creek. And in my room, I filled this here trash bin with water from the shower across the hall. The showers in my hall took 20 minutes to heat up, so nobody questioned why there was a shower running and no one was in it. But they also didn't question, like, the drumming of the water hitting the inside of a trash can. Oh well. Also, no one questioned the water stains on the floor that peculiarly went straight from the bathroom to my room. There's like a stream of water on the carpet straight to my door. But the whole dorm was filled with mold anyway, so people were just like, looks normal to me. I'm sitting in the middle of my room with a trash bin in my lap. Clothes are scattered all around me. It just looks like a white trash seance is about to happen. I have my rock. I have my water. I'm ready. All I need is a little bit of detergent, which I intentionally poured way too much in. See, my logic here is I am going to reinforce the fabrics of my clothes with detergent. Because without the power of Purex Mountain Breeze, my clothes are just going to be scratched to hell with this rock. Obviously. And after the deed was done, I realized my clothes would have been just fine without any detergent at all. My clothes were stiff as boards. And I had slung them over the rails of my bunk bed, so they were stiff and dry and bent down the middle. And I'm walking around all stiff with this bend in my center like I'm in The Exorcist. And I kept washing my clothes like this for 4 weeks. And it took like an hour each time, so I just watched TV while I scrubbed my laundry. So imagine me coming home on a Friday night like, gosh, what a hard school week. Time to watch Netflix. About a month later, I told this story to my best friend, and she was like, why didn't you just ask if you could throw your laundry in with mine? Because I wanted to prove myself, I wanted to prove I was independent, and because I didn't want to be a mooch, and because I didn't think of that. Fortunately, most of my t-shirts are still intact from the rock scrubbing. And I guess the detergent really did reinforce them. But now I bet you're wondering, why didn't your gypsy friend offer to let you throw your laundry in with hers as well? And when I first mentioned my laundry idea to her about washing my laundry in a creek, she said, don't wash them in a creek. That's nasty and toxic. Use a shower. God.